is not official. The UK government has come out to make this announcement, okay, telling us the exact day that these changes are going to take effect. Okay, so guys, on today's video I want to quickly tell us most of these things as it was published today, 1st February 2024. I would be telling you guys the previous announcement that was made on the 4th of December 2023, yeah, compared to this one. So actually they did some changes. It seems as if God has been answering some of our prayers. Yes, I mean migrants that came to this country, okay, because if you are in the UK before now, when the announcement was made, you will discover that so many things has been going on. People are no longer settled the way they used to, especially people that are already here in the UK, because some of those points there that was announced will definitely affect some of us here in the UK. Okay, so because of this, there have been this pressure on air. People have been asking questions. How are they going to do this? I hope government will revisit this, okay, and also to give us the exact dates. You know, they kept saying come spring, okay, so without giving us the exact dates to when these immigration changes are going to take effect. Okay, so but then now the government has actually come out to answer some of our questions, which are exactly what we are going to discuss on today's video. On Monday, 4th December 2023, the Prime Minister and the Home Secretary announced a plan to slash migration level and curb abuse of the migration system. Together, this will mean 300,000 people who came to the UK last year would now not be able to. The Minister for Legal Migration and the Border wrote a Dear Colleagues letter to an MP on Thursday, 21st December 2023, setting out further information on the implementation of these measures. On Tuesday, 30th January, further details was provided on when the government package to reduce migration will come into force. I still have some of the points from the previous announcement that was made on the 3rd of December 2023. I want us to compare these two, as you can see on your screen, okay? This is the old policy and this is the reversed policy, okay? So guys, for those of us that are already here in the UK that have been thinking that, oh, this is going to affect us, does it mean that people that are already here in the UK, they will no longer be able to, you know, to remain in the UK even with their dependent? I think this video is for you. So guys, as you are watching this video, if you know anybody in that situation right now, I think the best thing you can do for the person is just to share this video with the person. And as you are watching, please do not forget to give this video some thumbs up, okay? So as you can see on your screen, the first one, which is the old policy, says individuals who are in the UK on any other route, including where that route permits dependents who switch into care visa as a care worker or senior care worker after this date, will not be able to stay with or bring over dependents. So this is the old policy. The new policy is this, as you can see on your screen also, okay? Individuals who are in the UK on any other route, including where that route permits dependents who switch into care visa as a care worker or senior care worker after this route changes, will not be able to bring over dependents, okay? So as you can see, that stay with is not there. So that is just the difference between the two. So people that are already here in the UK, you know, you're actually safe. So after this date, if you decide to switch, maybe you came as a student, okay, and you want to switch from your student visa to care worker visa as a carer or senior carer, definitely come this date or after this date, you are not going to be affected. Like, you'll be able to switch with your dependents. I think this is a good news, isn't it? Yeah, okay. But then I think there is still another place that most of us are still kind of, you know, getting worried about, and hopefully we just pray. Guys, one thing I understand is this: the prayers of some of these migrants that are in the UK, I think God is beginning to answer these prayers one after the other, okay? Because you discovered that people that came over to the UK, yeah, after everything, you're already here, you're working, you know, your family is with you, and someone is coming to tell you that you have to probably send back your family home for you to remain working in the UK, or you have to live with your family. I don't think that is actually a good one. But thank God, as it stands now, they have been able to revisit it, okay? And that is exactly the new policy as it stands now, okay? Okay, guys, so that is it. I just want to kind of bring out overview of the whole immigration changes that we are expecting this year, okay? That are going to take effect. As we all know, some have already taken effect already, okay? But then the ones that are about to take effect, okay, I will be discussing them on this section, and also the dates at which they will definitely take effect. Like we read that the last time, you could see that, you know, this first policy, the one that has to do with, you know, migrants that are coming over as a care worker, not being able to move with their dependent, that's come over to the UK with their dependent. You discover that that one is taking effect from the 11th of March 2024. We already know that students are no longer, that's new students coming over to the UK, are no longer able to come with their dependent. Effect 1st of January 2024. I think we've had a couple of questions coming out from there, okay, which I think to some extent most of these universities have come out to kind of, you know, clarify that part, okay, where some persons have been having it in mind that what about people that are here in the UK even before 1st of January, okay, that's people that came to the UK, let's say September intakes, you know, before this new year, okay? Does it mean that these new rules are going to affect them? Most of the universities have actually come out to, you know, to clarify that, saying that people that are already here in the UK may necessarily not be affected. If you are just coming across my video for the first time, my name is Blessing Emozuzo of Blessed Blessing channel, okay? On this channel, I film content on how you can migrate to the UK, life generally in the UK, any good thing that you can think of that has to do with the UK, those are the things that we'll discuss on this channel. So if this sounds very interesting to you, please do well to subscribe to the channel, and also do not forget to, you know, turn on your notification bell so that you get notified anytime I upload new videos. My returning subscribers, thank you guys for coming back to watch my videos. I sincerely appreciate you guys. Yes, let's just go right into it, okay? Measures to transfer the UK legal migration system, booster border security, and drive down unsustainable and unfair level of migration will come into force within few weeks. The Home Office has announced today, yeah. It comes after the Prime Minister and the Home Secretary set out a major new package of reforms in December, okay, delivering the biggest ever reduction in net migration and tackling exploitation across the migration system, okay. The robust changes which will curb abuse of the migration system and ensure those choosing to come to the UK, their home can afford to do so, okay. We begin to come into effect as early as March, and we will mean 3,000 people who came to the UK last year would now not be able to come, okay. These changes include: 1. Reforms that will restrict care workers from bringing dependents and require care providers to register with the CQC. CQC is Care Quality Commission if they are sponsoring migrants, okay? And this rule is going to come effect on the 11th of March 2024. The laying of immigration rules, which will include the removal of the 20% going rates discount for occupations on the shortage occupation list, is going to take effect on the 14th of March 2024. A new increase to the minimum salary required for those arriving on skilled workers from £20,600 to £38,700 will take effect from the 4th April 2024. Yeah. Then lastly, increasing the minimum income requirement threshold in stages for family visas starting at £29,000 is going to take effect from 11th April 2024. From 4th of April 2024, the increase to the minimum salary required for those arriving on skilled workers visa from £26,200 to £38,700 will come into force. This 48% rise will drive down numbers, reduce pressures on public services, and prevent the undercutting of British workers by employers who look to recruit cheap labourers from overseas. Workers on a health and care visa and on health and education national pay scales will be exempted from the specific threshold. Meanwhile, the laying of the new immigration rules on 14th March will include the removal of the 20% going rate discount for occupations on the shortage occupation list, which will be abolished in favor of a new migration salary list from early April. This follows a recommendation from the Migration Advisory Committee of the UK, which is called MAC, which will now advise governments on which occupations should be temporarily added to the new list initially, in time for March 2024. We will raise the minimum income for family visas incrementally in stages to give predictability to families, starting at £29,000 from 11 April and raising to 38,700 by early 2025. Then the last one, we will be asking the MAC to review the graduate route. Oh my God, they are still talking about this graduate route. Guys, on this graduate route, nobody knows what's going to happen. But the only thing I can say is that if your visa is about to expire and you have kind of, you have already checked, you probably have not gotten sponsor visa, like a company that wants to sponsor you to continue staying in the UK, okay, and you discover that your student visa is about to end. Guys, I will advise you just try as much as possible to get this graduate route visa. Okay, because as you can see now, they are trying to reveal it. It's only God that knows what they want to do to this graduate route. For those of you that don't know what this graduate route is a route that permits a student and the dependents, your children and your spouse, okay, it gives you permission to remain in the UK after you have completed your studies, okay, so you have like additional 2 years to be in the UK. It depends on the courses that you are doing. If it's a postgraduate course, that's master degree, okay, you have like 2 years. Then if it's a research courses like PhDs and all that, okay, you have like 3 years to be in the UK with your family. But there is one thing with this postgraduate visa, okay, if you're already here in the UK and you have any member of your family that is outside the UK, that you have not yet brought into the UK, okay, and you finishes your studies, you are now wanting to get this postgraduate visa, yeah, you can get for yourself and other member of your families that are already here in the UK. But that particular one that is outside the UK, okay, you will no longer be able to bring that person via postgraduate routes. I believe most of us already know this, okay, just in case you are not aware of this, okay. So what they are saying now is that as part of what the MAC body has already advised the Home Office, so they will be revealing this particular route, that's this graduate route, okay. So nobody knows what is going to happen to it. So they are trying to say that they are relying on the MAC body, that's the Migration Advisory Committee of the UK, to come up with some changes that has to do with this postgraduate visa, okay. Nobody knows if they are going to shorten it. And guys, there is one thing about postgraduate visa. For those of you that don't know, I think there was a time, yeah, for those of us that have been doing research, we discovered that there was a time they scrapped it, okay. I think sometime 2020 they stopped this postgraduate visa. Before 2020, okay, they stopped it and they brought it back in 2020, okay. And since that 2020 to this period, okay, you discover that it's been on. So nobody knows if they are going to stop it, okay, because what these people do is this: they kind of look out to know how people have been coming over to the UK, to know the migration rate, the net migration rate, that's people that are coming to people that are leaving. And they've come to realize that the number of people that are coming into the UK are much compared to people that are leaving. That's to say, as people that came to the UK to work or to study, after the end of their contract, it could be their graduation or maybe the end of the job that they came to do, most of them are not going back, okay. Some of them will want to switch to other visas, okay. So they've come to realize that the rate of people coming in are much and people are not leaving, okay. So because of that, they are trying to tighten the immigration process, okay. That's to say that they want to kind of curb some things. But guys, nobody knows what they are going to do to this graduate route. I know why I'm emphasizing on this graduate route. Go and do your research, you know what I'm talking about. There was a time similar thing happened, yeah, after they've opened this student visa, okay. So people were coming in, studying and going. So but at a time they decide to just cut graduate route visa. That's to stop it. Once you're here in the UK, after your studies, you're expected to either get a company that will sponsor you or you go back to your country, okay? it got to that point. There was a time they implemented that, okay? But then in 2020, they brought it back. They opened the graduate route. Then people started switching from student visa to graduate route visa, okay? And now they are coming to tell us now that they want to reveal it. Guys, it's only God that knows what they want to do to it. So guys, that is it for today's video. Immediately I got this news, I just said, no, I'm going to let my people know so that you know what is happening. Please do me well to share this video. Share it with your friends and people that you think or you know may benefit from it. Give this video some thumbs up if you earned value from it. And also do not forget to subscribe to my channel if you have not done that already. Thank you again for watching, and I remain blessing, a morsel of blessing channels. Thank you. Bye.